Welcome back to lecture series on DC machines and transformer. So in today's class, we are discussing about some numerical problems based on EMF equation of DC generator. Please read the question. A 4-pole lap shunt DC generator has flux per pole of 0.07 Weber. Flux is equal to 0.07 Weber. Lap wound machine, 4 poles, number of poles is equal to 4. Armature winding consists of 220 turns. Turns is equal to 220. So number of conductors Z is equal to, turn means one coil. This is a turn. So number of conductors turn into 2. 440. Okay, and each turn is having a resistance. Resistance of turn is equal to 0. This is not a Weber, ohm, 0.04 ohm. Now calculate the terminal voltage V when running at 900 rpm. Speed N is equal to 900 rpm. If armature current IA is equal to 50 ampere. So this much data are given. Actually we want to find V. We know as it is shunt generator, V is equal to EG is equal to V plus IARA. So V is equal to EG minus IARA. This is our one basic equation. But before going into that, we have to find EG. EG is not given. For finding EG, we have the equation EG is equal to P phi Z N by 60A. All the data for EG are given. P is equal to 4, phi is equal to 0.07, Z is equal to 440. N is equal to 900 rpm by 60 into A. A is, we know as lap winding, number of parallel path is equal to number of pole, that is also equal to 4. So if you do the calculation, you will get an answer 462 volt, that is EG. So now you are having EG. Okay, so this is the time to find V. For finding V, we have to use this equation. IA is already given, but RA is not given. We have to find RA. How we can find RA? Because RA is armature resistance. Armature is having coils inside. We know that this is such an arrangement. Inside, we are having 4 parallel paths. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are having 4 parallel paths. If we are removing the armature from the core, armature winding from the rotor core, and take all the winding in your hand, you can see such a connection inside. 4 parallel paths are there. Okay, inside one parallel path, how many conductors are there? Total turns is 220. So, turn per parallel path is equal to 220 by 4. That is equal to how many turns? 55 turns. In one parallel path, there is 55 turns. Resistance of one turn is, please tell, 0.004. Resistance of one turn is 0.004. Then find the total resistance of series path. That is resistance of one parallel path. Parallel path is total number of turns in parallel path 55 into 0.004, because all the conductors are series, so you can just add the resistance 55 times 0.004, so that you will get 0.22 ohm. 0.22 ohm is the resistance of one parallel path. Ra is equal to armature resistance, armature winding resistance. In one parallel path it is 0.22 ohm. In one parallel path it is 0.22 ohm. How many parallel paths are there? 4 parallel paths are there. That is 4 0.22 ohms are connected in parallel. So what will be the resultant? Let me ask you. 2 10 ohms are connected in parallel. What will be the equivalent? 5. 4 10 ohms are connected in parallel. Then what will be the equivalent? 10 by 4, 2.5. Like that. 4 parallel paths are there. Each parallel path is having 0.22 ohm. So the all will be having 0.22 ohm. Like. So the resultant will be 0.22 by number of parallel path. That is equal to 0.22 by 4. It is 0.055 ohm. Now Ra is obtained. So this calculation is very important. While discussing about lap winding and wave winding, concept of parallel path, everywhere I am using this concept. So this concept of representation of armature winding is very important. So now V is equal to 462 minus IA. IA is 50 into Ra, 0.055. Then you will get the final answer. For 59.25 volt. That is the V. So in this question, what is the peculiarity of this problem? You have to use both the equations. Initially you have to use EMF equation, then you have to use equation of terminal voltage equation of DC shunt generator. So such questions you can expect in your university exams. Okay, so this is the second question. An 8-pole wave wounded DC shunt generator, please add DC shunt generator with said total number of conductors is equal to 778 and N rotation speed is equal to 500 RPM, supplies a load of 12.5 ohm. So load resistance is equal to 12.5 ohm. At voltage 250 volt, its load's voltage or terminal voltage V is equal to 250 volt. Ra, armature resistance, is equal to 0.24 ohm. And RSH is equal to 250 ohm. All the given data are there. Find armature current IA, generated EMF EG, and flux per pole. So, first of all, you have to draw a shunt generator. That is better in all the problems. You have to draw a shunt generator, whatever it may be. In this question, it is a shunt generator. If it is a series generator, you have to draw the sketch of a series generator and mark the necessary things. So, this is the armature current IA, we know that, and that will split into IL plus ISH. Okay. The first question that we want to find is IA, armature current, that is equal to IL plus ISH. Now, this is the question, how we can find IL and ISH. For that, we have to think the factor that terminal voltage V is given as 250 volt. V is given as 250 volt across the load. As it is shunt generator, this branch and this branch, all the three branches are parallel. So the voltage V will be same for all the three branches. It is 250 volt. Now it is very easy. This is ISH. ISH is equal to voltage by its resistance. So ISH is equal to V by RSH. That is equal to 250 by 250. That is equal to 1 ampere. Very interesting. Now, what is IL? IL is the load current. This is IL. We can find IL by load voltage by load resistance. Both are given. IL is equal to V by load resistance RL. V is 250 volt and RL is 12.5 ohm. Then you will get 20 ampere. So now IA is equal to IL plus ISH. That is 20 plus 1, that is equal to 21 ampere. So first question is solved, very easy. Now we are moving to second question. EG. For finding EG, we know the equation is equal to P5ZN by 60A. But the flux is also not given. Okay. So you cannot use that equation for finding EG. There is one more choice for you. EG is equal to, in shunt machine it is V plus IA RA. V is given, IA is given, RA is given. IA we obtained from this calculation. So that is V 250 plus IA, it is 21 into RA, that is 0.24 ohm. If you do the calculation, you will get 255.04 volt. Now EG is over. Now it's your turn to find flux per pole. So in this step you can use this relation, because all the other things are given. Only missing thing is phi. So phi is equal to EG into 60A, here, from here I am writing the expression, by PZN. Substitute EG is equal to 255, A is equal to number of parallel path, here it is lap winding, so A is equal to number of poles, that is equal to 8. So substitute EG into 60 into 8 by 8 sorry, it's my mistake, there is a mistake. It is wave bounded machine. It is not lap bounded machine. I am extremely sorry. It is wave bounded machine. So A is equal to 2 and number of poles P is equal to 8. So you have to substitute both the things here. So EG is equal to 255.4 into 60 into number of parallel path 2 by number of poles P, number of Z conductors 778 into N 500 RPM. Okay. So you please do this calculation, then you will get flux is equal to, your final answer will be 9.8 into 10 raised to minus 3 Weber. This will be the final answer. You please check it. Okay, so these are the some small problems related to EMF equation. In all these problems, I am trying to use both EMF equation and terminal voltage equation. Sometime you may have to use this equation alone or this equation alone. Such problems may also come for some small marks. So you have to practice more problems. There are a number of problems in all the textbooks in this area. It is a important area. You will get some marks in the university exams if you practice more problems from this area. So hope you enjoy this video. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.